All right, welcome to video 3. Thank you so much for making it all the way through this. It's so very important to the success of your business, and I'm just grateful that you're continuing on. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, so video 3, it's all about samples in your sample site and how to make samples. Okay, I'm going to make this so quick and easy for you. I hope that you'll follow this process for as long as it stays relevant. Okay, I say that because things change so fast on social media and with the company that that's why I've also parted out these videos so that if we needed to swap something out because something's changed, we've made them short and sweet. So here's all about your samples. There's 2 different ways you can sample. You can sample because you ordered a kit, and you can create your own samples. When you get your product, the sponsor that you have will help you walk through, how many shakes to put in those, how many capsule packets to put in those, which DFTs to put in those, maybe some labels to put inside of those. They'll go through all of that with you because everyone does things just a little bit different. So it's not necessarily my way is the only way that works. I make 4-day samples. And I put 2 shakes and 3 sets of capsules and 4 DFTs. And there's a reason for that. And then I put some instructions on the outside and some brochures on the inside. And those are the samples that I get out to people. Now, the other thing, excuse me, my nose keeps itching. The other way that you can sample is through the company's website. And I'm going to share my screen and show you that. And actually, I'm going to show you that now, the sample system through the company. Now, when you first get started, if you purchased the $400 or $800 kit, which is what I highly recommend, I really do not ever talk about the $200 kit unless it's absolutely necessary to get somebody started with that. But the $400 and the $800 kit come with an extra product or 2. They also come with sample mailouts. The $400 kit comes with 10 sample mailouts. And the $800 kit comes with 20 sample mailouts. And I'm going to show you really quick. When you log into your cloud office, this is what, over here on the left-hand side, you'll see Thrive Sample Mailout. Okay, so I want you to click on that, and you've got some options here. So send or order mail out. So this is where you can order some more if you don't have any. Now, when people ask all the time, which do you do? I mail my own samples at all costs because it's so much less expensive for me. But when you first get started, if you bought the $400 or $800 kit, you got some free sample mailouts. And sometimes they run promos that you can earn some sample mailout credits. And I'll give you another good example of when I use the sample mailout system. I am in the United States. So this would be, we can send sample mailouts from the company in the United States and Canada. If I'm sending a sample out to Canada, I always use the company's website because we have warehouses in Canada and it gets there to them so much faster. And heck, the company pays the shipping on the sample. So it's much more cost effective to send a sample through the system. If you're Canadian and you have a prospect in the United States, same thing. I would suggest using the sample mailout system for that. The other time I use the sample mailout system, and it's very important to note this, is when I'm traveling. I always stock up on some sample mailout credits, and I can always stock up even when I'm on the go traveling, because when I'm traveling, if I'm out of town for 7 days, I do not want somebody waiting 7 days before I can get back and get a sample in the mail. So I use the sample mailout system for when I'm traveling too, which is such a huge benefit that we have this. So if I'm going to go and put somebody in the system, which I'm going to tell you, I never do this. I will tell you the other way that I do it so that it makes your life so much easier. But if you needed to go in and fill this out for somebody, or if you give somebody your sample website, this is what they're going to end up seeing. This is what they need to fill out. Okay. All this information on the left-hand side is what they're going to see and what they're going to need to fill out to get their sample. Okay. And then you're going to get notified by email that they have filled that out. You can also go in and manually fill this out for somebody. I never do it unless there is some glitch in the system and I can't seem to get them filled out. Second tab is your mail order history. So this is one reason why I use this system, because it's always sitting here in your cloud office. This is just going to be your sample credits. And then this is going to be anybody who's pending, waiting for a sample mail out, and everybody that you have had closed requests. So I have one in here right now that's ready for a sample mail out. And I am going to approve hers but I'm actually going to send it out myself. Okay. So I'm going to stop share right now, just because we have some names, addresses, and phone numbers on there, and I don't want that to be a problem. So when you see that in the system, you will have the approved place and you will have the ones that I've already approved. Here's what I do. If I'm sending it out from the company, I'll hit approve. If I'm sending it out myself, I will hit deny, and then I'll go update the notes and say, send sample myself. I make everybody go through the system, whether they're getting a sample from the company mailed out or they're getting it from me mailed out. Okay. So this is the system that I use, and I'm going to tell you what your sample website is. And then we have a bot that actually walks people through their Thrive experience sample too. So here's how I do it. And this will make your life so easy. Okay. So let's say you're out and about and somebody says yes to a sample. Let's say you're on social media and someone says yes to a sample. Let's say you're in Messenger and someone says yes to a sample. Give them your sample site. Your sample site, and write this down, is your username to Lavelle. So it's your basic Lavelle website. Like mine is jess77green.le-vel.com. That's your website. So yours is going to be whatever your username is, .le-vel.com. Now the sample site is that, and then / Thrive samples. Okay. So mine is jess77green. That's my username. .le-vel.com / Thrive samples. Okay, so write that down and keep that in your notes on your phone, easy to copy paste to people as soon as they say they want a sample. Make them go request their sample. They're going to be forwarded off to that site. It's going to ask them to fill out men's or women's. It's going to ask them to fill out their name, email, and shipping address, and boom, their request is in the system. That is the easiest way for you to do it, I promise you, even if you're going to mail the sample yourself, because this keeps a running list of everybody that's requested samples from you. It also gives you the opportunity, if you're in a pinch and don't have any product, or in a pinch because you're traveling, or it's out of the country one, you can hit approve and the sample will just get mailed off for you. It's also a great tool to use for your follow-up system because that list is always there in your cloud office. You'll be able to go back and reference, ooh, who got there, who did I send samples to on which days, when do I need to follow up with them? The next step, as soon as they request their sample and you know it's shipped off to them, right? You've either mailed it or you approved it and it's gone. Send them to the bot that we built. It is called, it's just called the trial bot. The website is www.startmysample.com. So write that down, put that in your notes, www.startmysample.com. So they get their Thrive sample by going through the sample site every single time. You never have to do anything as long as they will take their time to put their information in your system. You'll get an email as soon as you get a sample request, you'll get an email to the email address you have on file with Lavelle. It'll say, got a sample request. If you don't approve or deny that sample within so many days, you get a reminder that it's sitting in there too. That's why the system is so great to use. And then we have our own system for our team that is the sample trial bot. So it's a bot that will follow up with them for their entire trial, telling them how much water to drink, checking in on them, seeing how they're doing. This doesn't take away what you're supposed to do during their Thrive experience and checking in on them, but it's an alternate stopgap so that there's no like leaky bucket type situations. Like, you get a sample out to somebody, you get super busy and forgot about it. Well, they can be in that. They're getting reminders each day as long as they've been logged into that reminder system. They'll, like I said, they'll be told, how much water to drink and reminder to take their capsules. And they'll even be told how to thrive for free. And they'll be asked how they're feeling that day. And if we get some responses in there that aren't good, we forward them back to you. We also forward them back to you because they'll be asked some questions if they're ready to go further than their Thrive experience and place an order as a customer or a promoter. And when we get those responses, we get them back to you. So that is the site you will always want to use. Again, that's www.startmysample.com. Okay. And then you want to add them to the Happy, Healthy, Thriving page, which I gave you the website in a prior video, but let me give it to you really quick again. You want to add them to this page. And that page is www.hustleandgrow.info. There are 100 reasons why you want to add your customers to the customer page. That is not what this training is about. You can find that more in the ATM training. It's not one of these first 4 videos, but it is listed at our YouTube, in our YouTube channel at www.hustleandgrowtraining.com. That's where you can find all of our YouTube training videos. You can also find a lot of stuff right in our team page on our Facebook group, in our guides. We have all kinds of training, and all those videos are usually posted and hosted in there as well. So we want to make sure you get all the training tools at your disposal. So I hope that I've been very clear, concise, and simple on our sampling. Here's one last note I'll leave you with. If you ordered the $400 or $800 kit and you have those 10 or 20 trials to mail out, don't wait. Get them sent out now. If you want to earn that first $1,320 in your 14 days, it is imperative that you get these samples sent out while your kit is on your way to you. And when your kit gets to you, you'll be able to break down more samples for people, but you have a few days before that's going to get to you. So why not get a head start? Get a bunch of people that you know want to thrive. They want to try the Thrive experience. They want to thrive with you. They want to see what this is all about, and they'll take it serious. You've got 10 or 20 free samples in there that the company will mail on their dime to your people. All you have to do is get the 10 people or the 20 people in the system. And all you have to do is give them your link to sign up for it from themselves. What could be easier than that? All you have to do is ask the question, are you ready to thrive with me? Do you want to see what this is all about? Are you tired and want something new? That's all you have to do, and then give them the sample site. And then the rest is kind of automated, right? So I highly, 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 and strongly suggest that you get those samples out quick, because think about those 10 or 20 samples. If you're looking for 2 auto ship customers and 2 promoters to join you in the business for your VIP 800, and 2 more customers on auto ship and 2 more promoters for your VIP 1600, why not get those 10 or 20 samples out into the people's hands that might become those 4 or 8 people that you need to earn your bonuses, right? So the best thing you can do is get those samples out as quick as humanly possible, because we have 14 days to hit those bonuses. So what a jumpstart you can have by getting those out in your first couple of days, and you have people thriving very quickly, and you can have those conversations about converting them over to an auto ship customer or a promoter to join you in your business. I hope this was helpful for you. The last video in this 4 set that I want you to watch right away when you first get started promoting is on our boards app, where we house all of our pictures, scripts, product ingredient sheets, so video links, everything. It is the coolest free tool you will come across like ever. So make sure you watch the next video. I'm going to explain exactly how to get that on your phone and where to find the boards that will have all of those details in them. So you have everything right at your fingertips. Super, super easy. Okay.